Sup Reitannite, Reitanna Seishin here. I had somebody ask how I did Annatier's voice, and I was gonna answer the comment, and I was gonna explain how I did it, and then I was like, you know what? This would be easier to just show, so I'm gonna make a video, and I don't know why I haven't done this before. So, this is how I do Annatier's voice. First of all, I have to sound different. When she's menacing, she has to sound menacing. When she's sad, she needs to sound absolutely pathetic, like a little child. And when she's manic, she needs to sound pretty close to Pinkie Pie. So here I chose a line from the beginning of Annatier's descent, so we're going to use her menacing voice. And this isn't the original recording of the line, I re-recorded this, so here's what it is before editing! Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. You won't be leaving. If you do, I'll be oh so alone. So, yeah, that's not very impressive the way it sounds right now. But that's okay, because we're gonna do some stuff to make it better. Alright, so first of all, I have to have a space right here and a space right here, and you'll see why in a moment. First gotta reverse it. But why, Reitanna? This is why. And I play around with these settings a little bit. I don't want too much of an echo in the beginning, but we'll see. Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. You won't be leaving. Alright, that's actually pretty good. The reason I don't want too much of an echo in front is because if you put too much of an echo with all of the stuff that I do with her voice, it makes it hard to understand. Now we're going to add the regular echo. I usually do 2 and 2. Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. That almost seems a little too much. Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. And then that doesn't seem like enough, and I totally put a second decimal point in there. So let's try... Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. That's much better. Okay, so now we have that echo. Then what I do is duplicate it, gotta mute that, and change the pitch of this one. Increase it by 4%. So now it sounds like this! Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. And now, it'll sound like this! Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. That's a little loud. So I'm going to take this and bring it down a little bit, but I want the main track to be more. Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. You won't be leaving. If you do, I'll be oh so alone. And then, I'm gonna take the main track, put it up to 10% on the right, and 10% on the left. And then, mix and render. So now it's a stereo track instead of a mono track. This means that you're going to hear the main track a little more on your right speaker than the increased pitch track, which you'll hear more on the left side. But it's only 10%, so it's not going to be that noticeable. Now here's the fun part. Duplicate this, and I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to bring it down pretty significantly. I'm not exactly sure if that's enough, but then you highlight specific parts and you reverse them. Can't you read, princess? That's a little loud, so I'll have to adjust it, but I'm going to take this, add just a little bit there so that it's... Can't you read? So I'm going to do that with all of these little phrases right here. I can actually take a little bit of this back. You won't be. Okay, and this one is a little much. If you do, I'll be oh so alone. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to fade it out a little bit. So, because it's still a little loud, I'm going to take, and even go into amplify and bring it down a little bit. Can't you read, princess? The door says don't. And it'll sound a little softer when I'm finally done with it. But then, I'm gonna take it and do a little reverb. That sounds cool. But might be a little too much. Okay. And so I just want it subtle.
Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. You won't be leaving. If you do, I'll be oh so alone.
Okay. And then I'm going to bring the stereo track 10 on the right and then the backwards one 10 on the left. And then mix and render. So it sounds like this.
Can't you read, princess? The door says don't leave. You won't be leaving. If you do, I'll be oh so alone.
Now, fun fact, with narrations, I don't usually do this, but with short animations where Anna is speaking, instead of reversing the original dialogue, I will say something completely different that I reverse. And in older animations, like the first one... In that one, if you reverse it, you can very, very faintly hear other words spoken. And funnily enough, only one person has ever commented about backmasking it and finding the secret messages. So, I don't remember their screen name off the top of my head, but I was like, yay, somebody did it! But otherwise on narrations, don't bother doing that because I won't add secret messages. Sometimes in songs I will. I think Annatier's Lullaby has some secret messages in them, so have fun with that if you wanna. And that's how I do Anna's voice. That's actually how I do all of the others' voices. But none of the others have made it into animations, so they don't have secret messages, because they're all in narrations, and I can speak today. Aren't you just good at speaking today? So, yuppity-doo-dah. Thank you for watching this. I hope you found it mildly interesting. And make sure to subscribe, spread the word of awesome, become a Reitannite, and I shall see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye!